You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports 2 supporters, sometimes, at times, when you're doing this job, it's like the clouds open up and a ray of sunlight comes pouring down upon you. And you just find something that makes you laugh, makes you smile, and makes you go, oh, man, here we go with Deshaun Watson. I don't know if you guys are paying attention, but Deshaun Watson has not been good. Okay? He was suspended 11 games last year. He missed the entire season prior. The Cleveland Browns got rid of Baker Mayfield, who, by the way, is balling out in Tampa Bay right now. Baker looks like he's lost a little weight, looks faster out there. Well, I don't know. Something motivated Baker, I guess. We know the Cleveland Browns shipped a mother trucking load to the Houston Texans for Deshaun Watson. And then they did what? Jimmy Haslam gave Deshaun Watson arguably the worst contract in all of sports history. No argument. Worst contract in NFL history. I mean, I don't think there's any argument there. But it could be the worst contract in the history of sports. Now, the Steelers' defense balled out the other night. They absolutely obliterated Deshaun Watson. And Cleveland fans have to be concerned. Now, keep in mind, and you guys know we have covered Deshaun Watson at as much as any place could because the mainstream media does not want to cover him. They don't want to cover him. They surely didn't want to cover him over how many civil lawsuits exactly for massages? Well, it didn't end so happy the other night versus the Steelers, now did it? Let's get to this, folks, because I saw this and was like, oh, yeah. Deshaun Watson burner account. Conspiracies fly after dreadful Browns game. Guys, I kid you not that there are a hell of a lot of people right now that believe Deshaun Watson has created himself a nice little fat X artist formerly known as the Twitter account in order to defend himself. I kid you not. Because it seems a lot of tweets that were critical of Deshaun Watson, this account has jumped in to randomly defend. By the way, this account happened to be created during halftime of Monday night's game. Now, some people believe, well, that's an alibi that says he didn't do it. Really? I'm not so sure about that. Or at the very least, hey, he hollered at one of his homegirls or his girlfriend or some buddy of his or some massage therapist he knows and said, hey, create me an account. I'm going to need one after the game. New York Post. Cleveland Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson finds himself caught in the crossfire after another tough loss. Internet sleuths believe Watson created a burner account at Gainesville OWN after the Browns' 26-22 loss to the Pittsburgh Steelers on Monday night. The account's handle references Watson's home of Gainesville, Georgia, albeit spelled wrong, and defended the quarterback, who struggled Monday, completing 22 of 40 passes for 235, a touch, and a pick six. His late fumble was returned for a touchdown and gave the Steelers the lead for good. Now, in case you're keeping score at home, or even if you're alone, that is directly 12 points that was given up by the Browns that are on the head of one Deshaun Watson. Directly. No other way to put it. Directly on Watson's head. A disappointing loss fuels frustration from fans, and some took to X to lay on the scrutiny. As well, they should lay on the scrutiny. So, Ari Mevrov pointed this out. 6 sacks to Watson, 4 fumbles forced, 3 recoveries, 1 interception, 2 defensive touchdowns led them to victory. Well, what do you know? There is the account in question. And people want to try and clown Watson. How anyone's supposed to operate behind that line? Question mark. There's Watson. Don't sugarcoat it. Don't dance around it. This loss is on Deshaun Watson. How is it on Watson? Did you see that line? Question mark. What the F is he supposed to do? It sounds like he possibly could be illiterate like Deshaun Watson. So, if the shoe fits, wear it. The quote Gainesville own account, however, was not among those laying blame on Watson. So let me get this straight. Everybody's destroying what except this one account. Just this one. The account shifted blame to anyone besides Watson, including the offensive line and head coach Kevin Stefanski. The offensive line allowed 6 sacks Monday. One user said Watson looked kind of rusty. Still shocked about that. Well, literally, he come back and he said he got sacked in 1 second. How's he look rusty? The Fred Watson user wrote back. The account was also quick to jump in to respond to a clip that was posted from Watson's post-game press conference. Quote, did all he could tonight, the account wrote. There do appear to be some holes in the conspiracy theory that Watson created a burner account to defend himself. Now, this is Baker Mayfield through 2 games, pure, unadulterated balling out. Baker, 490, 3 touches, no turnovers, a 104.4 rating. Watson, 389, 2 touchdowns, 3 turnovers, and a 69 rating. Let us not forget, 12 points directly on the head of Deshaun Watson that the Steelers received. There was the response. Watson has a terrible line and play calling. Here's that pregame right there. Watson's performance should leave some Browns fans concerned. He can't do it all. He needs help. It goes on to talk about the fact that, the account was created at during the halftime of the doubleheader, and they're saying that gives Watson some credibility. Although internet trolls remain relentless, the account is most likely an avid fan or a close friend of Watson, rather than a spur-of-the-moment creation by Watson. Well, if it's a close friend, then in my opinion, you're still sort of guilty as charged, because that means that he's running his mouth to said friend who's going to the internet and probably responding on behalf of Deshaun Watson. Man, Watson had no problem owning up to his struggles. He shoved a ref during the game, but was not penalized nor ejected. Quote, we're not going to put it on anyone else. You can put it on me. I take full blame. I take criticism, and I'm going to do that. Look, if the burner account is not actually Deshaun and he said that, that's probably the right thing to say. It probably is. My goodness. Deshaun Watson is the gift in our business that keeps on giving, because it is one thing after the other. I want to remind Browns fans of something before they come through here mad because I'm just drowned Deshaun Watson for the 112th time. Remember something. Remember a fan poll that came out prior to last season where 66% of Browns fans wish they still had Baker Mayfield and not Deshaun Watson. And by the way, it wasn't a small sample size. It was 24,000 fans. Yeah, like like what, 50% of a stadium's worth of fans that said more than half of them, way more than half of them, like 2/3 of them, was like, you know what? We'd still rather have Baker. Do you think that's changed at all? Watson has not been good. I mean, the only other situation that is giving this some run for its money in the NFL right now is Russell Wilson still doesn't look good either, but at least he doesn't have all of the personal baggage like Deshaun Watson's got. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.